All right, let's cut across right now to Lok Sabha MP, TMC, Mahua Moitra. Mahua, along with other TMC MPs, was protesting this morning in front of the Home Ministry. The TMC MPs were dragged, they were detained, they were protesting what the TMC claims is unfair use or the weaponization of central agencies like the Enforcement Directorate and the action that was taken in West Bengal, where IPAC was concerned. IPAC is a consultancy which TMC has been consulting with for a very long time. All right, we're going to just cut across to Mahua Moitra in just about a minute, but these were the visuals that were recorded this morning. Multiple protest viewers that are taking place. One, right outside the Parliament, which you saw this morning. These were TMC MPs protesting outside the Home Ministry on what they called was the weaponization and the misuse of central agencies. And then the other, you had Mamata Banerjee, who took out a protest march against what, once again, TMC claims is the misuse and the weaponization of central agencies like the Enforcement Directorate. All right, Mahua Moitra, Lok Sabha MP, joins us right now. Ms. Moitra, thank you for taking the time out and joining us this evening. I clearly see you've been released. You were detained earlier. Can you hear me, Ms. Moitra?
Yes, yes, I can. This is a recording, right, Preeti?
No, ma'am, we are going live. Is that okay?
Yes, I can hear you. This is a recording, right?
We are going live, ma'am. We are going live.
We're going at for 9
No, we are live. It's live television.
That's fine.
All
okay,
right.
let's go. All right.
Okay, the first question, Ms. Moitra, what you and your other fellow MPs protested today, that is in the ambit of Constitution, you have every right to do so. What happened on the streets of Kolkata, where Mamata Banerjee led a march, you have every right to protest what you feel and deem is unfair use or weaponization of central agencies. But, Ms. Moitra, what is questionable and under scrutiny and should be condemnable, many would suggest, is a constitutional post of the Chief Minister walking in, barging into a building which is being investigated and coming in the way of a central agency carrying out or dispensing its duties, the charge of the ED.
What investigation? What are you talking about? The BJP is using every single agency. They have now captured every single agency, every single institution mechanism, whether it's the Election Commission, whether it's the CBI, whether it's the Enforcement Directorate, and they're using it to crush the opposition. What you saw yesterday was no investigation being carried on by the ED. The ED is apparently carrying on some 6 or 7-year-old coal scam investigation, which they are doing on the eve of the Bengal election. What were you doing for 6 or 7 years? What is the predicate offence? Which is the main FIR on which they are coming in? ED can't come in on its own. They need a predicate offence. Which coal scam are they investigating? They've just given an ECR number. Second, IPAC is nothing to do with the coal scam. IPAC is not like it's a money lender of the Trinamool. IPAC is a contractually bound agency which Trinamool Congress has hired and works with purely for election strategy. That is no secret. To say that IPAC is an agency engaged in dealing with selling salt cellars or doing cement business is ridiculous. Everyone knows IPAC's offices are TMC's election offices. That is very clear. The Enforcement Directorate came in yesterday. What did they do? They came in on the pretext of some flimsy ECR, and they are carrying on raids for a 7-year-old investigation, Preeti. Does anyone believe this is feasible on the eve of an election when an SIR is going on, when all the parties survey, our candidate list, our election strategy, everything is on the computers and in the files contained in the physical offices, and obviously with Pratik Jain, who is in charge of IPAC, who is heading our strategy in West Bengal. Number one. The second thing is, the ED is coming in the morning, and they were in the offices of Pratik Jain from in the house and in the offices from, I think, 6 o'clock in the morning to 11:45 in the morning. Our Chief Minister is not just the Chief Minister. Our Chief Minister is also the head of our party. When your house is being robbed, Preeti, you have every right under the law to the right of self-defense to prevent your house from being robbed and your belongings from being taken away. What the Enforcement Directorate was doing was coming in and pure and simple political loot, political robbery and political espionage. If they were going to take the electronic devices and the information relating to our strategy and our data for the election and go and give it to the BJP, it is irretrievably lost. Mamata Banerjee is the leader of the party, has every right to go in there and try and retrieve what is going on there. What constitutional post are you talking about?
But no, let me explain that, Ms. Moitra. Are you making a distinction then that Mamata Banerjee went into the office of the IPAC, which was being raided by the Enforcement Directorate in the capacity of a party chief and not as a constitutional post of the chief minister? Because the argument, if a chief minister does this, federalism is a two-way street.
Yes,
and a chief minister doing this will set a dangerous precedent.
She went in, she is also the head of the party chief. She is also, when Amit Shah is the home minister of the country. Amit Shah is the home minister of the country and Narendra Modi is the prime minister of the country. During the 2024 elections, Narendra Modi, as a prime minister of a secular constitutional democracy, stands in Baswada and says the most ugly mullah, katwa mullah, Mangal Sutra, terrible words for Muslims, dog whistling of the worst order, as the BJP campaigner in head. Or does he say it in the capacity of a prime minister? If he's saying in the capacity of a constitutional head, as the capacity of a prime minister, why are you not making a distinction then? Then you say, no, this is campaign season. Everything is all fair because he's saying it as the capacity of a BJP campaigner in chief. In this case, it is Mamata Banerjee who's also the chief minister, who's also the head of our party. You are the head of a party whose entire election data, election strategy is being stolen in front of your eyes illegally by political espionage, by political loot, by Enforcement Directorate, who has no business coming in there. If they have got something to give, let them send a notice on the coal scam to Pratik Jain. What has Pratik Jain got to do with the coal scam? And where was IPAC when apparently the whole coal scam was going on? Do you think anyone believes this kind of rubbish? You had Himanta Bisa Sarma, who was in the Louis Berger case. You had Shuvendu Adhikari. You had Ajit Pawar, who was in a 70,000 crore scam. You had Narayan Rane. What happened? What is the ED doing with all these people? And after 7 years, in the middle of SIR, in the middle of our election strategy, you are coming in and trying to take the documents and trying to take the data of the Trinamool Congress. And you're trying to tell us that we are obstructing you. You are robbing our house. And Mamata Banerjee is the only person, Preeti, who's got the guts to stand up to this kind of BJP thuggery and BJP loot. Everybody puts their tail between their legs and runs. Himanta Bisa Sarma ran. Praful Patel ran. Ajit Pawar ran. Nobody has the guts to fight the ED and the CBI. We are the only people who take them on head on. And that's what they're scaring. If we have done something wrong, why did ED not file an FIR yesterday? If Mamata Banerjee has destroyed evidence and obstructed justice,
Ms. Moitra, let me ask you this question.
ED should have filed an FIR.
But
why did they not file an FIR? Yeah.
But the Enforcement Directorate has gone to court, like you have gone to court, like the IPAC has gone to court, and the Enforcement Directorate also...
Why have they going to go...
For obstructing of evidence by the TMC and the Chief Minister.
We have gone to court also. We have gone to court also. 1 minute. We have also gone to court. We have 3 cases that are going to court is not the main thing. We have gone to court, but we have filed an FIR also. West Bengal police has filed 3 FIRs against the ED. That you have come in, you have taken our proprietary information. Why has the ED, the first thing, if you are going on for an investigation and somebody comes in, if the police is doing its job and somebody comes in and stops it, the first thing the police does is to file an FIR that you're stopping a public servant from doing their job, A. B, obstruction in the way of investigation. C, destruction of evidence. Why did the ED not file an FIR? Why are you going to the court first? Because you want to hide under the fig leaf of the court, because you are dead scared that people see the truth and this will politically backfire.
But Ms. Moitra, the Enforcement Directorate has also claimed that the court could not even hear the case today because there was so much confusion and chaos caused by the cadre of the TMC.
The High Court of Calcutta is perfectly capable of taking care of itself.
But the case was suspended because there was too much chaos in court today.
Right?
No, ma'am.
So the High Court has given another date. The High Court is completely, how many, 1 minute. How many cases, if the High Court is going on, the High Court is fully capable of looking after what happens within its premises. We have seen what happens when the Enforcement Directorate has been hit on the head over and over again, repeatedly by the Supreme Court, saying, what are you doing going in here? Every single day, the Enforcement Directorate is hit on the head by the Supreme Court, rapped on the knuckles, saying you are overstepping your jurisdictions, you are doing things where you have nothing to do, where there is no confession, where there is no nothing, you are doing anything you like. Who is the ED to speak on behalf of the court?
All right.
If the court has got something to say, the court is very well equipped.
All right. So, okay, it was suspended today because there was way too much chaos, which was caused by the cadre of the TMC.
Need to be the High Court's
okay. Ms. Moitra, let me just get you down to the charge. On what is the charge?
That's up
there are PMLA rules that apply. PMLA we can contest as a draconian law.
Indeed the case.
No, Ms. Moitra, where the charge is concerned, we can contest that PMLA is a draconian law, but the ED is well within its right to act under the purview of the law of the PMLA, which it did. Now, the charge as per the ED is grave, where they say that money was funneled, coal scam money was funneled through IPAC to fund your campaign in the last election of Goa. And it doesn't just add up there, because Abhishek Banerjee has also been sent multiple notices by the ED where the coal scam is concerned. So the ED is saying that we are trying to close the loop.
All right. All right, so 1 second. So the ED is called Abhishek a total of 19 times. The Goa election, if I remember, was in February 2022. We are now in 2026. We are in the middle of the Bengal election, which is a hotly contested election, which the BJP knows very well that it's going to lose. The BJP has looted Haryana, has looted Chhattisgarh, has looted Maharashtra, and also after doing SIR in Bihar, they want to come in and do something absolutely spectacular in Bengal to disturb everyone, to make sure that they can get their foot in the door. They thought SIR will be that weapon. They find that they can't do it with SIR because we are obviously on the ground. So what are they doing? They are trying to come in on the last minute. Tell me something. If they're indeed following is this not grossly improper and highly suspicious that on the eve of the election, in a 4-year, the Goa election was 2022. It's taken you 4 years to suddenly discover that Pratik Jain was funneling coal scam money. It's taken you 4 years to discover that. And Himanta Bisa Sarma, whose everything was filed in the Louis Berger case, is today Assam Chief Minister. And Ajit Pawar, 70,000 crores, Amit Shah himself said that isko to 70,000 crore ka scam hai.
Ms. Moitra, you're making a fair point.
And Amit Shah said. And
no,
today
Ms.
he is Deputy Chief Minister and holding it in...
No, ma'am, you're making a fair point which you can protest. No, I'll add to it, because what we've actually done is in the last 10 years, we've gone through each and every election that has taken place in the country, and we have seen that save 2 elections...
98% of ED cases are against the opposition.
Right, but you can protest that. And with what
98% of ED cases are against the opposition.
Right, so what we have seen is save 2 elections, action has been taken by central agencies against opposition party, whether it's been incumbent or in opposition to the BJP, and it's happened 2 or 3 months before elections. It's open to contest. You can come here and you can thread the chronology and you can ask questions of the central agency and the government. But what many would suggest is sinister, is if a constitutional post comes in the way of a central agency dispensing their duties, because then you set precedents. Tomorrow, what stops any other chief minister of coming in the way of a central agency?
Preeti, what precedent are we, Preeti? Which world are we living in? Preeti, we are living, what are you talking about? We are living in a world where the ruling party and the government has broken down every single institution. Where there is no rule of law, they have broken down every rule, every institution, every institutional mechanism has been systematically decimated by this government. Whether it is choosing the Chief Justice with a panel, by choosing the election commissioner where you need the Chief Justice, they've removed him. Whether it's choosing the head of the CBI, every single thing. Look at the UAP.
But by that argument, you're playing in the same field
every single amendment they have made. They have, hear me out. No, you need to hear me out. So when the ED acts like this, when they use agencies to do illegal things, are we going to sit back and be eaten up by them? I'm sorry. I'm not naming other parties, but we are not like the other parties who keel over and bow to the BJP. Trinamool Congress is different. Mamata Banerjee is different. We are made of different metal. The BJP is not going to darao us and dhamkao us, and we are going to sit there and be monkeys out of. You come into our house and try and rob us, you have us to deal with. We are responsible for the people of Bengal. You are cutting 58 lakh votes. 1.34 overnight are going away in logical discrepancies. You have no answer. You are hiring a private agency from Gujarat to go door to door to get data. And the chief election commissioner is telling us, I'm not even aware of it.
But Ms. Moitra, do you agree this is dangerous territory then?
Contest with the...
This is dangerous. Okay, do you agree then that this is dangerous territory? Do you now agree at least that this is dangerous territory? It is dangerous territory because
we are living in dangerous territory. We are Preeti. Preeti, we are living in dangerous territory ever since 2014, where we are dealing with a fascist government that has broken every constitutional rule in the book. All
Ms.
we are
Moitra,
doing
you
now
speak
is
about
protecting us
federalism.
and
Federalism
protecting
is a
our
two-way
people
street,
and protecting
ma'am.
our party in a democracy. A secularism is a two-way street.
Federalism is a two-way street. You speak about federalism. Mamata Banerjee is the first one to talk about...
Yes, of course, federalism is a two-way street. So federalism is a two-way street, which is why under everything, when in federalism, what would happen in federalism? When agencies came in, what would they do? What would the CBI first do? That they would come in, they would work with the local police and come in. What have they done? Every single federal structure they have systematically destroyed. What have they just done with Manrega? They would have to pay, they would pay 100% of the wage cost, and they would pay 75-25 state and thing. What have they done with this new VG RAM bill? They have made it 60-40. So for a state now, when it was paying 750 crores, has to pay 4,000 crores.
But Ms.
You are
Moitra,
telling
the
us
argument,
about federalism. They've destroyed
the argument
the federal
is
structure. It's only because of a few leaders like Mamata Banerjee who are there.
But it's not just happened, Ms. Moitra. The argument is that Mamata Banerjee and the TMC has resisted central agencies right from the word go, and there's a whole chronology to it. You can go all the way back where the dharna for the police commissioner...
Of course we will resist the central agencies. Has the... one second. Of course we will resist them. Of course we will resist them 100,000 times. Because they are not central agencies. They are puppets, they are dalals, they are political espionage tools of the Home Minister and the Prime Minister and the BJP and the ruling government. Of course we are going to resist them. What do you think we are? What do you think we are? You think we are Ajit Pawar? You think we are Praful Patel? You think we are Himanta Bisa Sarma? That we are scared of being in jail and we are going to go running after them the minute they threaten us with a danda? Look what they did to me, Preeti. They sent me CBI, ED, everything. Today they are sending Pinaki ED notices. What are we supposed to do? Cow down or fight back? We've had enough of their nonsense. We do not get our power from them. Let the BJP understand this. The BJP gets its power from their agencies. Mamata Banerjee gets her power from the people of Bengal. The Trinamool gets its power from the people of Bengal, and we are committed and duty-bound to protect our party and the people of Bengal, and we will do whatever it takes to protect our information and our electoral strategy to win the 2026 elections. Whatever it takes.
Ms. Moitra, let me ask you
one. Mamata Banerjee is a tigress, Preeti. Nobody else would have had the guts to do this, let me tell you. Nobody else.
Well, the point is it's unprecedented. And so let me end with this question. Ms. Moitra, do you agree it's unprecedented?
Of course it's unprecedented because we've never dealt with a situation.
This will set a precedent.
We have never dealt with a situation where a fascist government has destroyed every opposition. That's also unprecedented. Yeah, because we've never had a fascist government that is hell-bent on destroying every opposition party. That's also unprecedented. So when you have unprecedented situations, we have to fight with unprecedented means. What are we supposed to do? Just lie back and get shot. Is that what you're suggesting?
All right, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Moitra, for taking the time out and joining us. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.